Here with Hofstra head coach Frank Catalanotto following an 11-7 win over Marist in the home opener. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thoughts on today's game?
No, after that first inning, I thought we played really well. We had some big at-bats, guys driving in runs, a big home run by Catalanotto, a big double by Griggs. So these young guys are stepping up, and I liked to see. I liked what Grady LaCourciere did when he came in. So I thought they fought well today, and when you get off to that type of start, sometimes the game can go either way. So I'm glad they stayed in it and fought hard.
What does it mean for your team? Like, what was the key to show so much resiliency after being down at multiple times, and then just you kept coming back and ultimately went ahead at the end?
Yeah, well, this is the team. Marist is a pretty good team, but we feel like we match up pretty good against them. And I just kept telling the guys, hey, there's plenty of game left to be played. We just got to put together some good at bats and score runs, and that's what we did. And I feel like we had some innings where we played some good fundamentals. We bunted guys over. We got guys in scoring position, and then things kind of opened up for us. And I was really happy with how they looked.
Can you talk about how important your bullpen was today? I mean, with Bauer, especially with LaCourciere. I mean, you showed so much faith in him. Feels like most of the time he was out there wasn't even anybody in the bullpen. He was out there for a while. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, he's been outstanding this year. I really like what he does. He gets a lot of strikeouts. He's always ready to pitch. And we needed it. When you go down like that early, you need guys to come in and kind of slow the game down a little bit. And I thought Bauer did that, and also Grady as well. It's huge. You need to get those innings out of the bullpen like that, especially when you're playing midweek games, and we don't have all of our arms healthy. So it was huge for those guys to pitch those middle innings.
What you make of Dylan Palmer's performance? Obviously 2 for 4 at the plate, but we also saw him get it done at both the base paths, and it seemed like he was all over the infield.
Yeah, that's Dylan. We've come to realize that that's what he's going to do every single day. The last few years, he had some good at bats. Like you said, he was causing havoc on the bases, stealing bases, and it's nice to have him at the top of the lineup and getting everything going for us.
Some lineup juggling with Masick and Lane moving down the order, and then Michael Brown, in his customary 9 spot. What did you see from them today? The bottom of the order really produced.
Yeah, they were good. Masick had a big double there. He's been struggling a little bit, and Jimmy Gels and myself had said today his at-bats looked a lot better, even his at-bats that he didn't get hits in. So hopefully, he's going to get hot. The other guys, I thought Lane had a couple of hits. He put down a bunt. He looked a lot more comfortable in the plate, and Michael Brown in the 9-hole had that big double to right field. And so it's good when you get it from all parts of your order, and even 7, 8, 9 today contributed.
Coupled with the two-way players on the roster today, actually Trent Jenks, gave you 2 ways in the game, starting in the outfield and then coming in to close out the game. What have you seen? What did you see from him today that you liked, and just in general this season so far?
Yeah, no, the thing about him is he's not scared. He wants to be on the field. He doesn't care how big the moment is. He's had some good at-bats in the past. Today wasn't as good. So we'll get back to work in the cage with him, because I think he can really hit. But on the mound, he's been lights out. He's not scared, and he comes right at hitters. He throws strikes. I've liked what I've seen out of him.
And then so with Chris Bedford, he had a rough start, obviously, but it was not only his first start, but his first ever appearance in collegiate baseball. What do you say to someone like that? Because they did have a rough start, but at the same time, they're so inexperienced, and they still showed signs of potential.
Yeah, he was nervous. I could tell that he was nervous, and understandably. When I've seen him in the pitch in the fall, intra-squad games and stuff like that, he's looked outstanding. I'll tell a kid like that, just keep your head up, keep your chin up. You'll be fine. You've got good stuff. Let's get the jitters out. You got the jitters out this game, and everything will be all right. But he's got a bright future. So I wouldn't read too much into what he did today.
And then you mentioned some of the younger players on the team. So what does it mean to not only be able to turn to them today, but for them to really be able to contribute?
Well, it's huge because we have 18 freshmen on this team, right? So we're going to have to use them this year, and for them to contribute is big because I'm trying to figure out here who belongs in the lineup, who should be pitching, as conference play approaches. I want to know like who my guys are, and some of these guys are they're sticking out to me, and I think it's important that these guys play well in these midweek games so I know what the lineup's going to look like.
All right. Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.